Ram. Hearty welcome to Sri Satya Sai Lokaseva Gurukulam online classes in mathematics. This is the 300th video class. Today we are in a very interesting chapter called Visualizing Solid Shapes. So you know different kinds of, we come across with different kinds of shapes in our life, and some of them are two-dimensional. We call it as plane shapes, and there are some solid shapes. They are three-dimensional. We call it as 3D. So two-dimensional shapes have length and breadth, whereas three-dimensional will have length, breadth and height. So for example, two-dimensional, can give you example. This is the one famous, all of you know, triangle, correct? What is this called? Square. All the sides are equal, all angles are equal, two diagonals are all equal, correct? And what is this called? Rectangle. Opposite sides are equal and parallel. All the angles are 90 degrees. And also this is a very famous one, call it as circle. It is not. What is circle? It is the locus of a moving point which moves with a fixed distance from a fixed point. So these are all 2D or two-dimensional figures, we call, also called as plane shapes. Now coming to three-dimensional, so they have length, breadth and height or depth. Okay, there's one addition here, LBH. That's why you call it as three-dimensional. So this is a very famous, what do you call it as, Rubik cube. All of you know it? How we can do this? Making same colors. Bringing, you have to move the cubes, like this. By the movement you must make in the same color. You know it? That is called Rubik cube. It's a very interesting hobby. Most of the people enjoy it. Then you have, what is this called? Square based pyramid. You heard about pyramid of Egypt. So this is a square based pyramid. There will be a vertex at the top, there will be a base, that is square here, and these are called lateral surfaces. Square based pyramid. So it is three-dimensional shape or three-dimensional figure, and this is also a kind of cuboid, you can say, and that is very famous cylinder. All of you know cylinder. Cylinder has a base and a top with the circles, base and top. This is called lateral surfaces, correct? Lateral surface. So cuboid means it is having 6 faces, 4 of which are rectangles and other 2 are squares here. So that is a cuboid. Okay, so these are some of the three-dimensional shapes. What is this called? It's called cone. So what is the speciality of cone? Cone has a circular base and a vertex here. So we see so many things in our life, like a cone ice cream, very famous for you. So that is what is called as cone. Also, so you can see this, what is called as hemisphere. All of you know cricket ball. So it is half of that ball, that is called hemisphere. If full it is there, it is called sphere. So these are some of the, and even this also, this is called triangle based prism. This is also three-dimensional triangle based prism. This is another kind of prism. This is a pentagonal prism. So here the base and top will be the same. So these are some of the three-dimensional shapes. So for 2-dimensional we call it as 2D shapes, and 3-dimensional figures we call it as 3D figures. Okay. So this is something what you already know it. Now coming to today's topic, so we will have a small exercise now. Come on, ready? Take your pen, book and all, and now we have to match this. So what is this called? Square. What is the type of the shape? 2-dimensional. Name of the shape is square. Okay, now what is this called? Cone. It is 3-dimensional, it is cone. What is this called? Cylinder. It is 3-dimensional. Name of that is cylinder. What is this? Triangle. 2-dimensional triangle. So we have to match this now. So this is the 3-dimensional. Its name is cone. Then this is 3-dimensional. Its name is cylinder. And what is this called? 2-dimensional, correct? 2-dimensional, its name is triangle. Okay, so this is how you can match it. Now we will have 4 more of the same type. Come on, what is this called? It is 3-dimensional. Its name is cube. Correct? What is this? It is circle. So this is 2-dimensional circle. So 2-dimensional because there is no thickness. Now what is this called? This is cuboid. It is 3-dimensional. It is called cuboid. What is this called? Sphere. 3-dimensional. Name of the solid is sphere. So this is the difference between 2-dimensional and 3-dimensional. In this way you can go on doing. So this is a sample given here. So I think you enjoyed this. Match the following. Correct? Now we will pass on to one more interesting thing here. All the above shapes are single, means which can be drawn on the board or book. However, in our practical life, many times we come across combination of different shapes. So this you have seen in ice creams, correct? So here you find a cone on a cylinder. If a cylinder is kept on if a cone is kept on a cylinder, we call it, that is called like this, something like this. Follow it? This is a cylinder at the bottom, cone at the top. So a combination of solids. Such things also we find. You might have seen Santa Claus. Santa Claus having a peculiar type of cap. So what is this? This is a glass tumbler. Something like this. Glass tumbler. Correct? So that is also an example for cylinder which is opened at the top. And this is ice cream again. You have this is a conical shape. This is something like a sphere, approximately, not exactly, but in a combination of solids. This is a hemisphere solid. Okay, so like that we find say this is a tray, what do you call? Sometimes some tables also like this. Tray, there will be a frame here and there will be a rectangle inside, correct? So these are different type of shapes we come across in our daily life. okay, and this is also a cylinder with a circular rings, something like Qutub Minar. You heard about the world famous tower in Delhi. So these are some things which you see in daily life. So we have learned that three-dimensional objects can look differently from different positions. That is what you must note now. So it's all our looking. As is our glass, so is your world. Suppose you have a red glass, whole world looks red. Suppose you have black glass, spectacles I mean to say, whole world will become black. If you have green spectacle, everything looks green, correct? So it all depends upon how we see the world. Okay, so there is no mistake in the srishti, only drishti mistake. Looking at an angle is different. Okay, so always try to see good, do good and be good. That's what Baba says. For example, if you have a glass can be seen in different views. So this is the front portion, this is the side view, and this is the top view. See here, if you look like this, this looks like a glass. So if you look at the same glass in the side, and if you see like here, you get concentric circles. There are two circles here. That's what you see here. So this is a concentric circle. That is called top view. From the top, if you observe, there are two circles we find. What will be concentric circles? Concentric circle means a circle having the same center with a different radii. Center is same. So here radius is different. This is R1, this is R2. Radius is different. That is what you can see here from the top. And the circumferences will be parallel to each other. Okay. So this tumbler, as we see, it looks like that. If you see in the side, it looks like this. If you see from the top, it looks like this. So that is how we observe a glass, correct? And let us see one more example. Different views of the brick. You have seen brick. See, this is called front portion, this is called side portion, this is called top portion. So this is a brick, this is the top portion, this is the front portion, this is front portion, this is top portion, and this is the side portion. Okay, so that is how you can see a brick. So every brick, it all depends upon how you see it. So when you look at the brick in different angles or different sides, it gives different shapes. So for example, if you look at the front like this, you find some rectangle there, correct? And same thing if you see from side view, it will be like this. And if the same brick, if you look from the top, this is how you find there will be two rectangles, one inside the other. So the same brick, it depends upon how you see, it looks different. So that is called different views. So it is true for all. In the nature, what you see, the angle of our observation varies, and we will have different views on that. Now let us see joining of cubes. You heard about cubes? For example, this is one cube. Do you know what is the name of this cube? Die, it is called. D-I-E, die. It has got 6 faces. And one here, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 faces have 6 dots. It is called die. That is usually used in a snake and ladder. This is also one example of a cube. Correct? So here if you take 3 cubes and if you arrange it, so here what you have done, made of 3 cubes here. 1, 2, 3. 3 cubes are kept. 2 of them in bottom and 1 in the top. So this is called top cube, side cube and front cube. So when you observe it, see in the side if you observe, there you can see only 2 cubes. The third will be back side. Same thing if you use in a front side here, if you see from here, if you see this from here, it looks like this. If you see it from here, it looks like this. Only 2 squares you get. Same thing if you see from top, it looks like this because there will be 2 squares in the top. Are you following? That is in the case of 3 cubes. Suppose you have 4 cubes. How it looks? You can try yourself. Okay? Take some cubes and experiment. Even there are some sweets available in the cubical form or tea boxes. I call it as brook brand. Some special type of tea will be there, tea boxes that you can try. So here made up of 4 cubes. If you arrange it like this, in the top if you observe, you see some 4 squares there. Top, from the top if you see down. If you see the same thing in front, you will see 2 squares here. And same thing if you see from the sides, 1, 2, 3, there will be 3 squares. So it all depends on how you see it. Same thing if you have 5 cubes are there. Here 5 cubes are arranged. Sorry, 4 cubes. So in these 4 cubes, same 4 cubes if you arrange like this, 3 plus 1, here that is 2 plus 2, it looks like this. If 3 plus 1 if arranged, if you look at the side, from side if you observe, you look at as it looks like 2 squares. If you see from front side, from the front, you will have 3 squares. See 1, 2, 3. Side means 1, 2, only 2 squares. If you look at from the top, so 3 squares here plus 1 square here, 3 plus 1. So like that you can arrange different ways. This is one way, 2 plus 2, this is 3 plus 1, correct? Then it looks like this. So these are different combinations, what you say, and it is a very interesting branch of mathematics where you see different kinds of figures. These are all called 3D figures. 3D because it is called length, breadth and height. And this is what you can see from when you observe in the different angles. Okay. Now we will see some home assignments. For each given solid, identify the top view, front view and side view. So here one solid is given. You must tell which is top, which is side, which is front, which is top, which is front view, which is side view. This is second figure. Here you have to answer what type of view it is. Okay. Third question. You must tell what type of view it is. Okay, there are 4 cubes given. Here there are 2 plus 2, 4 cubes in different combination. You must tell what type of view it is. You must tell. Okay. Now second question. One more. Okay, you'll try to do it. Okay. One more question. Draw the front view, side view and top view of the given object. two objects are given. One is called die. Just now I shown die. This is what is called die. We use it in a snake and ladder, correct? And in other games also. Okay. So you must tell the front view, side view and top view of this die, and then a solid like this. Okay, that is a solid of 4 cubes. You must tell the side view, front view and top view. Okay, that's all homework. Now let us see what Bhagwan Baba says. When you take one step towards God, God will take 10 towards you. Means what? For making improvement of ours. Getting up early in the morning, respecting elders, going to temples, like that. Any one good step we take, God will be coming nearer and nearer to us to help us. He will help us to improve ourselves. Okay? So come prepared for the home assignment. Thank you.